Shalom. This is Priest Awan Mayum from the Shepherds of Berea camp. I come to you today in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rekah Kodash. Big shout out to the brothers within the camp of the Shepherds of Berea camp. All right. Big ups to the elders of GMS. Salutations to the elders of GMS who taught us well. All right. And all you brothers that are doing this truth with sincerity and truth, man. All right. And I'm going to get right to it. This message is to Hassan Rouhani. Okay. This is a straight up direct message. And I know your intelligence people, they're going to read it. They're going to watch the video and interpret it to you. All right. Because right now, you're not doing what the Lord had designed you to do, man. You are the 7th president of Iran. Okay. You are the ruling body of Iran. All right. Ancient Iran was called Persia. Okay. You know this, but our people, blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, the real children of Israel, do not know this. So it's time for you to do your job. Bring out the fact who the real children of Israel are, that we came over here in slave ships. We got kicked out of our land in 70 AD, and we came over to slave ships, and we are now placed all over North Central South America. Bring out the truth. You have all the artifacts. You have all the intel to bring it out. All right? And I say this to you with love and peace. All right? It's time for you and your people to wake up to who you really are, who y'all really are. Okay? In the scheme of things, okay? And I'm going to jump right to it. This is Proverbs 21:1, okay? Got to be mindful of what I say around these devils on a platform, all right? It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord. As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will. So the king's heart, all right, Hassan Rouhani, all right, is in the hands of the Lord. What you do, all right, everything you doing right now is in the hands of the Lord. And now we're in a time of prophecy, biblical prophecy, and it's time for you to step up to the plate, man. All right? It's time for you because, listen, quiet is kept. It's not a secret no more. Right now, after this video, it will not be a secret no more. We had a cordial relationship with y'all. And I mean Iran, aka Persia. When you go into the history books of the Bible, our people had a relationship with your people, man. All right? And I'm going to go into this. It says, the king's heart is in the hand of the Lord as the river of the water. Okay? He turneth it whatsoever he will. All right? And the Most High, it's time for you to turn to your true destiny, your true calling, man. Because the Most High, he's guiding and judging your heart. And technically, a king, when you think of a king, is not supposed to be somebody that can be ruled over. All right. He's a sovereign. All right. But the Most High is changing your heart. He controls you. We don't have to threaten you. Okay. It's the Lord that's going to guide you to do his will, man. It says every way of a man is right in his own eyes. So you might think in your own eyes, Hassan Rouhani, that it's cool to keep playing games with this administration in regards to America. All right? Trying to come up with agreements and be at peace with them. You ain't going to never be at peace with them, bro. Because it's prophesied in the Bible. You're never going to be at peace with them. So in your eyes, you might, I'm going to do what I got to do for my people. No. You're going to go to war with America according to the Bible. Period. And I'm going to show you. It says, but the Lord pondereth the heart. Meaning what? The Lord is the one that pondereth the heart, man. All right? Because you're trying to justify yourself and why you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing, turning the hell up. All right? And you're being deceived. You're being stubborn and you're being proud. You understand that? You being stubborn and you being proud. We all have a destiny to play out in the Most High role and in the Most High world, man. Okay? We had to come in captivity. Okay? We also came up under subjection under you. Under who? King Cyrus, King Darius. Huh? These are your forefathers. You wouldn't even have a kingdom, Hassan Rouhani, if it wasn't for King Cyrus, King Darius, man. Okay, verse 3. It says, to do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. You see? The justice that we want you to do is bring out the truth, man. Who are the true children of Israel? We have an alliance, man. To do justice and judgment is more acceptable to the Lord than sacrifice. So you out here sacrificing your men, all right? Sacrificing your men, okay? And not bringing out what's true justice, man. Your generals are being sacrificed, all right? It's time for you to wake the hell up. Let me get this article real quick. Salakia. It says Iran has executed an alleged CIA Mossad agent who it says helped spy on Qasem Soleimani before his assassination. So you have operatives that work for the United States, also Israel. That's in your army, man. Which means what? This was a war. When they killed your top general, that was war right there. So now you're being stubborn. You're being stubborn. Instead of you doing justice, telling the people who the real children of Israel are, you over here playing games. We not in the time to play games, bro. My brother. It says he spied on Qasem Soleimani before his assassination. And then it goes into it. Iran executed a man who had claimed spied for the U.S. and Israel intelligence service, including tracking the whereabouts of assassination Revolutionary Guards head of Qasem Soleimani. And that happened early this year. I mean, 2020 has kicked off with a bang, man. Okay? So they already did their act of war, man. So what are you waiting for? Let me pull your face up again. What are you waiting for, man? What are you waiting for? Huh? You going to keep on playing games with these people? You're going to keep on playing games with these people, man? Okay? It's time for you to fortify yourself and prepare yourself for war, man. Because they coming. They coming. Ezekiel chapter 38:1. And the word of the Lord came unto me saying, okay, Hassan Rouhani, your nation is prophesied in Ezekiel the 38th chapter. World War III will happen. Thus saith the Bible. Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach Tubal, and prophesy against him. All right? And that's Russia. All right? Iran, a.k.a. Persia. All right? You have an alliance with Russia, and y'all going to be one of the main forces to come against America and Israel. And say, thus saith the Lord of God, the Lord, the real true God, okay? Behold, I am against thee, O God, and chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. Because Russia is being turned back to that old USSR spirit, man. All right? You got your boy Putin. Let's get a picture of him. This message could be also for Putin too. Y'all need to stop playing games and get this thing popping, man. All right? You are the king of that land, man. It's time for you to get this thing popping, man. Okay? It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, right? I will bring thee forth in all thine army, and horses and horsemen, and all them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields all of them handling swords. And the modern day swords is missiles, man. I'm just giving you the breakdown. This is your destiny right here. You were set up to go on a crash course. Russia, okay? And look, verse 5. Persia, Ethiopia. So along with Russia, Gog and Magog, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya, with them, all of them with shield and helmet. So this is prophecy, man. This is prophecy, man. So you cannot escape prophecy. You cannot do that, man. All right? And I'm going to keep on reading, okay? I'll keep reading. Let's read the verse 8 or 9. It says, verse 6, Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters and all his bands, all his military, all right? All your missiles, your tanks, your airplanes, your drones, and many people with thee, right? Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou and all thy company that are assembled unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. Okay? So that's what's going on. All right? Russia is going to protect Iran. Okay? Persia, Ethiopia, all the people that Russia got alliances with in that Middle East, it was set up to be a guard unto y'all. But y'all are about to link up. Y'all about to come together and go to this war, man. Verse 8, after many days thou shalt be visited, right? Talking about what? Future prophecy. All right? In the future, in the latter years, we are in the latter years, thou shalt come into the land that is brought back from the sword. Okay? You're about to invade that land that was recovered from war. What happened in 70 AD? You got to bring this out. Hassan, Rouhani, Putin, y'all got to bring this information out. What happened to the true Israelites? The people that's occupying that land, they are not the real children of Israel. You have to bring this out. You have to bring out the artifacts. You have to bring out what we saying. You have to bring it out. You have to set up and fortify yourselves and prepare for this day, which is war, World War III. Okay? It says it's gathered out of many people, okay? Because the people that live there are not the real Israelites, man. All right? That's why you get the Valcour, what's that? How you pronounce that? Valcour Declaration. Let me see. Declaration. I could be saying it wrong. Oh, I can't spell. It's part of my spelling. Declaration. I think it's called the Balfour Declaration. Balfour. Yeah. Yeah. The Balfour Declaration. It says the Balfour Declaration was a public statement issued by the British government in 1917 during the First World War, announcing support for the establishment of national home for the Jewish people in Palestine, then an Ottoman region with a small minority Jewish people. But the people that moved there, they were not the real Jews. You have to bring that out, man. Okay? We had a rapport with you Iranians, man. We had a rapport with you Persians, man. And I'm going to go into it, all right? It says, and is gathered, verse 8, is gathered out of many people against the mountains of Israel, which have been always waste, because at one point in time, Israel was wasted when we got kicked out in 70 AD. But it is brought forth out of the nations, and they that shall dwell safely, all of them, okay? The people that's living there now, they living there safely. It says, thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, okay? America and Israel is in cahoots, man. They're in cahoots, man. And thou shalt ascend and come like a storm, and thou shalt be like a cloud to cover the land, thou and all thy bands and many peoples with thee. Okay? So you're about to cover this land, man. All right? And I want to go into our connection with Iran. Okay? Because you blacks, Native American Indians, Hispanics, we have a connection with these people that I'm talking about. And Hassan Rouhani, you know this. You know this. Okay? Check the history books. Check the records, man. Now look at this right here. Now that right there, that's allegedly the tomb of Cyrus the Great. Cyrus the Great is in the Bible, okay? And now the Iranians, okay, they have a Cyrus the Great Day. And that's coming up next month. And through the spirit, it's time. It's time. It's talked about in the book of Ezra. So these people talking about, oh, the Bible's a fairy tale book. Why did you have thousands of people celebrating Cyrus' tomb? Calling it Cyrus the Great Day. Now that video was in 2016, but every year they do this day. Like how you have a Martin Luther King Day. These people in the Bible really existed. You understand me? Now I'm going to read this. This is Ezra 1:1. Now I'm in the first year of Cyrus, king of Persia. So the land of Iran was once called Persia. You see that? You see that? We had a relationship with these people. That the word of the Lord by the mouth of Jeremiah might be fulfilled. Because it was talked about Jeremiah, okay, that the Babylonians, then we were going to what? The Medo-Persian Empire captivity. The Lord stirred up the spirit of the king Cyrus, the spirit of Cyrus the king of Persia, that he made a proclamation throughout all his kingdom and put it also in writing, saying, thus saith Cyrus king of Persia, the Lord God of heaven have given me all the kingdoms of the earth. Who did he say?
Strong's H 3068. Yehovah.
Yahweh.
Yehovah.
Yahweh. Okay? He knew the name of the Lord, Nate. Yahweh. It says name of the supreme God amongst the Hebrews. And we're calling ourselves Hebrew Israelites. And Cyrus knew about the Hebrew Israelites. We had a connection with him. Hassan Rouhani. The Lord God of heaven have given me all the kingdoms of the earth, and he have charged me to build him a house at Jerusalem, which is in Judea. Okay? So King Cyrus helped us rebuild the temple the second time after the Babylonians destroyed it. You understand that? So it's time. That word Persia, right? It means pure, splendid. All right, you're supposed to be pure. Okay, and now we in America telling our people who we are, and these people are creating all type of fuckery, man, buffoonery. Coronavirus, all these killings is happening now as we waking up. Black Lives Matter, trying to usurp authority over the spirit of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. They trying to mute us by causing all this confusion. This is the statue right here. The Babylonian Empire, and then came your people. Cyrus, Darius, that's where Daniel come from, Zerubbabel, Haggai. Okay? And it's time for you to wake the F up, man. You know, this is not, we in some serious times now. All right? We not in the time to be playing no games, man. This thing is deadly serious, man. You know, you was set up for a reason. You was set up for a reason. And I'm going to jump into it real quick. This is the book of Ezra, the 6th chapter. It says, then Darius, because after Cyrus came, I think one of the top kings was Darius. Okay? It says, then Darius the king made a decree, and search was made in the house of the rolls where the treasures was laid up in Babylon. Okay? So that's all we asking you to do, man. These people are executing your generals. Okay? It's time to wake the hell up, man. Then y'all said that y'all wanted to kill Lena Marks right here, which is her. She's a United States ambassador to South America. She's Amalek also. Okay? Because the Amalek got their people all over the damn world, man. Okay? And what did he say he was going to do? Trump responded, U.S. will respond 1,000 times greater to any attack by Iran, which was Persia. It says, any attack by Iran in any form against the United States will be met with an attack of Iran will be 1,000 times greater in magnitude. President Trump responded late Monday to reports that Iran plans to avenge the January killing in America airstrikes of a top general, General Qasem Soleimani. But guess what? You know what's more important than that? By y'all making that sacrifice, like we brung out in Proverbs, the 21st chapter. You know what's more important than that? You telling the people who the real children of Israel are. Trump noted news reports this week that said Iran may be planning an assassination or other attack against the United States in retaliation for killing Soleimani. This is going to be an ongoing back and forth with y'all. It's time for you to grow the hell up, man. And I'm going to finish reading it. It says, and there was found in Achametha, in the place that is in the province of the Medes, a roll therein was written, thus the records, all right? And that was this roll right here, the Cyrus cylinder. And y'all brothers could research this on your own, okay? And look, y'all don't even have this roll in y'all. This is technically so-called Iranians' possession. This is your bloodline, Cyrus. And look where it's at. It is currently in the possession of the British Museum. The same people that authorized the what? Balfour Declaration, which sponsored the expedition that discovered the cylinder. And also they broke it. All right? They broke it. So you won't be able to read everything. To furthermore go into the proof who we are. This is the type of people we dealing with, man. Okay? It says, is it currently in possession of the British Museum? Let me just get a few points in here. It says the victorious Cyrus is portrayed as having been chosen by the chief Babylonian god Marduk to restore peace in order to the Babylonians, right? Because after the Babylonians became the Medes, they took over, all right? It says the cylinder text has traditionally been seen by biblical scholars as corroborative evidence of Cyrus' policy of the reparation of the Jewish people following their Babylonian captivity. And look the image they put up. Iconoclasms, right? No, it was us. An act that the book of Ezra attributes to Cyrus, as the text referred to the restoration of the cult sanctuaries and reparation of deported people. Okay, so that's all representation about who are the people of Israel, man. All right? Now they're going to try to tell you all manner of garbage. Okay, and say, oh, that's not what it's talking about. Then it reads the beginning of the text is partly broken. You want to know why? Because they broke it off. they damaged it. Okay, they damaged it and played games with the Cyrus cylinder. All right, to what? To hide the truth. I'm trying to find one thing that I could bring out. One thing, I mean, this is a great read. You could read it on yourself. All right. You know, it's a great read, man. You could read it by yourself. It goes into the exhibition history. It also talks about how it was damaged and then they put it together. And, you know, pretty much, man, these people do not want to bring out the truth, man. They don't want to bring out the truth, man. All right. And I'm going to finish that. It says, in the first year of Cyrus, the king, the same Cyrus, the king made a decree concerning the house of God at Jerusalem. Let the house be builded, the place where they offer sacrifices, and let the foundation thereof be strong laid, the height thereof 80 cubits, and the breadth thereof 80 cubits, right? It says, with 3 rows of great stones and a row of new timber, and let the expensive be given out of the kings of the house, right? It says, he goes into it because they were trying to hinder us, right? But this is the point I want to get at, right? I'm going to jump at verse 8. Now watch this. It says, moreover, I make a decree which ye shall do to the elders of these Jews for the building of this house of God, that of the king's good, even of the tribute beyond the river, for with expenses be given unto these men, that they be not hindered. So not only did he make decrees, he also funded it. So this is the relationship that we had with the so-called Iranians, man, your forefathers, and that which they have need of, both young bullocks and rams and lambs for the burnt offerings of the God of heaven, wheat, salt, wine, and oil, according to the appointment of the priests which are at Jerusalem. Let it be given them day by day without fail. So he was supplying us, all right, because we had a good relationship with them, all right, and I hope that we still have that same relationship through the Spirit with them now. You should honor that, man. That should be honored, man. All right. The scriptures talk about a vow, and I'm going to go into that. It says, verse 10, that they may offer sacrifices and sweet savors unto the God of heaven and pray for the life of the king and of his sons. So look at that, man. Look at that. Darius recognized the importance of building the temple, right? But more important, he funded it. And what did he ask for? He wanted a blessing for his kids. You see that? He wanted a blessing for you. He put that in the spirit. In his spirit, he said that. It says that they may offer sacrifices of sweet savors unto the God of heaven and pray for the life of the king and of his sons. Also, I have made a decree that whatsoever shall alter this word, let timber be pulled down from his house, and being set up, let him be hanged thereof, and let his house be made a dunghill for this. And guess what? That's going to happen to you, Esau. The Roman Empire burnt down the second temple. All right. Okay. Burnt down the second temple. Okay. And the new Roman Empire is America. All right. And the same people apply. You Edomites, y'all going to pay for that. And it's funny, the same thing happened to Hammond. Okay? That's what happened to Hammond. All right? You're going to be hung for what you did, man. And let his house be made a dunghill for this. And the God that have caused his name to dwell there, destroy all kings and people that shall put their hand to altar and destroy this house of God, which is at Jerusalem. So guess what happened? That happened in real life. In 70 AD, this happened. So King Darius, he put his spirit on this thing, man. He said, anybody that violate my decree or destroy that second temple, has that second temple been destroyed? Yes. By who? The same people, the Edomites, the Grecians. Okay. The Romans. It says, and destroy this house of God, which is at Jerusalem. I, Darius, have made a decree. Let it be done with speed. All right. So this was a serious thing, man. This was a serious thing, man. We had a relationship with you people. That's why I'm making a direct message. I'm coming in the spirit of Zerubbabel, man. All right. You have to honor what your forefathers did, man. You owe us that. Now I'm in 1 Esdras 4 and 42. Right? Now watch this. It says, then said the king unto him, ask what thou wilt more than is appointed in the writing, and we will give it thee, because thou art found wisest. And thou hast sit next to me and shall be called my cousin. So, hey man, through the spirit, you deemed us relatives, man. You said we supposed to be kin. Why? Because when you read about what happened with Zerubbabel, he made a good speech. All right. You had men that talked about, what is the strongest? The king. Somebody wrote, what is the strongest wine? And then Zerubbabel made a speech about a woman being the strongest, but more importantly, the truth. And this is what the king rewarded him. He said, man, you're going to be my cousin, you know. You're going to be my cousin. Let me get a quick precept, man. Because technically, we're not supposed to be in good standings with the Iranians because we're from different nations. But guess what? It's a respect thing, man. It's a respect thing. Hold on. Even the enemies will be at peace. I just want to bring that scripture out real quick. And I'm going to wrap it up. This is Proverbs 16:7. When a man ways please the Lord, he maketh even his enemies to be at peace with him. So even though the Iranians, the Persians, they from another nation, okay, we was at peace with you because what? Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, we was pleasing the Lord. Zerubbabel was pleasing the Lord. So off that, Darius was like, yo, I'm gonna look at you as my cousin. And then you realize that Zerubbabel wound up becoming a governor. Okay? It says, then said he unto the king, remember thy vow, which thou hast vowed to build Jerusalem in the day when thou comest to thy kingdom, and to send away all the vessels that were taken away out of Jerusalem, which Cyrus set apart, when he vowed to destroy Babylon, to send them again thither. So that's the link right there with Ezra. Okay? Thou also hast vowed to build up the temple, which the Edomites burnt when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldeans. You see that? Those are the same people that's living in our land right now. And now, O Lord the King, this is that which I require and which I desire of thee. This is the pricely liberality proceeding from thyself. I desire, therefore, that thou make good the vow, the performance whereof with thine own mouth has vowed to the King of heaven. Okay, so y'all made a vow with us. And even though that vow was back in the days, you still must honor that vow. Okay? You still must honor that vow. Proverbs 3:27. Withhold not good from them to whom it is due. All right? You Iranians owe us when it's in the power of thy hand to do it. Right now, it's in the power of your hand to do it. Right now, y'all are worth, y'all gross this year, profit, $463 billion. Meanwhile, the blacks, Native Americans, the Latinos are living in the slums and ghetto. Do you know where we live at? Let me show you a picture of the projects that we live at, man. Let me show y'all where we living at now, man. This how low we got, okay? We live in these big brown doodle-stained buildings right here. This is where we living at now, man. This is where we living at. This is our place. This is how far we fell. And it's not y'all fault. It's our fault at the end of the day. But at the same time, we had an agreement with y'all. It says, what is in thy power of thy hand to do it. Say not unto thy neighbor, go and come again, and tomorrow I will give it. No. You owe us now when thou hast it by thee. And we not asking for no money. We just want y'all to put out the truth, man. Psalms 37:21. It says, the wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. All right? The wicked borroweth and payeth not. All right? But if you supposed to be a righteous nation, okay, because once again, we had dealings with your people, then you supposed to pay it back, man. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. And do you want to get cut off, man? Hey, and we're going to remember this, okay? When we get back in our power, we're going to remember what you did, you Persians did. We're going to remember what you did. We're going to remember the fact when y'all had it in y'all power to do the right thing, y'all dissed us, man. It says, then, I'm going to keep reading, verse 47. Then Darius the king, it says, stood up and kissed him and wrote letters for him unto all the treasurers and lieutenants. It says, and captains and governors, that they should safely convey on their way both of them, right? And those that go up with him to build Jerusalem. Okay? It says, and he wrote letters also unto the lieutenants, okay, and that were in Seleucia and Phoenix, and unto them Lebanus, and that they should bring cedar wood from Lebanus unto Jerusalem, that they should build the city with him. Okay? This is what your forefather did. Moreover, he wrote for all the Jews that went out of his realm up into Jewry concerning their freedom, that no officer, no ruler, no lieutenant, nor treasurer should forcibly enter into their doors. And that all the country that which hold should be free without tribute, and that the Edomites should give over the villages of the Jews which then they held. You see? He wanted the Edomites, who's occupying Israel now? Edomites. It says 51, yea, that there should be yearly given 20 talents to the building of the temple until the time that it were built. So he funded this project. And once again, we're not asking for no money. We just want y'all to bring out the truth, man. And other 10 talents yearly to maintain the burnt offerings upon the altar every day, as they had commandment to offer the 17th. So guess what? He gave us 30 talents. Now, when you look at this, it says some authorities say that the talent typically weighed 33 kilograms or 72 pounds, varying from 20 to 40 kilograms. All right. In 2018, the international price of gold was about 41,000 per kilogram. All right. So 1 gram costs $38. At price, a talent, 72 pounds, would be worth $1.4 million. So 30 times $1.4 million. Trying to pull up the numbers so y'all can see what's going on. Oh man, let me get a calculator. All right, now watch this. 30 times 1, 4. Make sure this is right. $42 million. So basically, he gave us $42 million, man. $42 million. Okay? I'm going to read it again. Verse 51. Yea, there should be a yearly giving. So every year, Iran, y'all owe us $42 million. Y'all owe us $42 million every year. You owe the nation of Israel $42 million. And y'all got the money to do it because y'all profit alone is $463 billion. So that's no money. That's literally probably 10%, really a tight 10% of what y'all gross, man. So that's the type of relationship we had with y'all, okay? And I'm going to read something real quick and I'm going to wrap it up. It says, "And the angel of the Lord," Genesis 22 and 15 through 18, "and the angel of the Lord called unto Abraham out of the heaven the second time and said, By myself have I sworn, saith the Lord, for because thou hast done this thing and hast not withheld thy son, thy only son, that in blessing I will bless thee, and in multiplying I will multiply thy seed as the stars of the heaven, and as the sand which is upon the seashore, and thy seed shall possess the gate of his enemies. And in thy seed shall all the nations of the earth be blessed, because thou hast obeyed my voice. So guess what? You're going to be blessed off what you do with us, man. We're going to remember that. Deuteronomy 4 and 5. Behold, I have taught you statutes and judgments, even as the Lord my God commanded me, that ye should do so in the land whether ye go to possess it. Verse 6. Keep therefore and do them, for this is your wisdom and your understanding in the sight of the nation. So we showing you our wisdom. I'm not talking about all of Israel. I'm talking about the brothers that you're seeing on the highways and byways. We showing you that the Lord is dealing with us, man. Which shall hear all these statutes and say, surely this great nation is a wise and understanding people. So you're supposed to look at this thing and see that we are a great nation, man. And a wise and an understanding people. Okay? I'm not talking about all of Israel. I'm talking about the brothers and sisters that you see bringing out the fact that they are Israel and they trying to keep the Lord's statutes and commandments. You're supposed to honor that, because you know what? This is not going to be for long, man. And I'm going to end it off with this Psalms. This is the book of Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? All right? You dudes are imagining a vain thing. Y'all are raging. Y'all, all the nations is pissed off. When y'all don't have no reason to rage against the Most High. Y'all don't get no benefit in that. It says the kings of the earth set themselves and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed, saying, all right, so y'all took counsel. Y'all made a tumult. Y'all thought that y'all could team up on us like wrestling, WWF, okay? And against his anointing, starting off with Yahweh Shai. And then the men that are under Yahweh Shai, that's doing the work, man. Okay? It says, let us break their bands asunder, meaning what? They wanted to break the yoke, the chains of us being under Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Shai, and cast away their cords from us. He that sitteth in the heavens shall laugh. The Lord shall have them in derision. And the Most High is laughing at you, because all your plots is not going to work. You see that? So Hassan, Rouhani, it will behoove you to do the right thing, because when we get in power, we're going to remember you and your people, man. That's why your forefathers honored us, because he seen that the Lord was dealing with us, man. It says, the Lord shall have them in derision, then shall he speak unto them in wrath and vex them in his sore displeasure. Yet have I set my king upon my holy hill of Zion. I will declare the decree. The Lord have said unto me, thou art my son. This day have I begotten thee. Talking about Yahweh Shai. Who is going to come back and rule this place? Ask of me, and I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for thy possession. So guess what? This situation is not going to last for long. And all the heathens are going to be under our foot. Know that. So you better understand who's the next ruling power. It ain't going to be China. It's going to be the people, the meek shall inherit the earth, man. The poor. So you better get on our good side. It says, thou shalt break them with the rod of iron and shalt dash them in pieces like a powder vessel. Be wise now, therefore, O you kings. Be instructed, ye judges of the earth. You've been instructed, man. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. All right? You've been instructed. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and ye perish from the way. Kiss us. Show love to us. Because when we get in power, we're going to have the ability to wipe people out, man. When his wrath is kindled but a little, blessed are all they that put their trust in him, man. So this is not going to be a situation or a thing that's going to last forever. Last precept, 1 Corinthians 15 and 24 through 25. Then cometh the end, meaning what? The end of this society, the end of this world. After the missiles drop, World War III. When he shall have delivered up the kingdom to God, Yahweh, even, remember, God, Yahweh, the God of the Hebrews, remember that? not the God of whoever else, even the Father, when he shall put down all rule and all authority and power. So everybody's going to lose their rulership, even y'all. But it's good for y'all to get on our good side now, because we're going to remember y'all. For he must reign till he have put all enemies under his feet. So I say that to say this, man. You got to prove yourself, okay? Are you and your people enemies to the nation of Israel? I'm not talking about the people that's occupying that land. I'm talking about the real Israelites. Hassan Rouhani, you've been notified. Kahala Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rakakwadash.